So hi there. Today I want to talk to you about a very, very good model you can use if you want to get a handle around the team dynamics and where you see your team at the moment. So it's based on a model that was developed in the early 2000s. It's called the Trusted Leader. And essentially what it focuses on is analyzing the common sense of purpose within teams. And that's very important because if you can get a team aligned around common goal and you're utilizing people's skills and abilities to the best of their abilities, playing to their strengths, you can be a far, far more effective team. So this model can be used, you can discuss it individually with team members, or you could do it as a group workshop. It works well either way. But there are 8 key parts that you work through as part of this model. Now you can use it as a coaching tool model, as we've discussed in previous videos, or you can just do it as a regular conversation as such. So point number 1 is knowing how each other thinks. So again, that involves investing in relationships. Where are those relationships? Are we, do we really understand how each other thinks and how we can get the best out of each other, and how can we work together in the best way? Number 2 is about having trust in each other's abilities and having good intent. So again, good intent is very, very important, that there's that synergy, we're working together and we trust each other. And I'll cover some of the key elements of trust in an upcoming video as well. Number 3 is, well, what's the team energy? What's the dynamic within the team? So we've often worked, we've all walked into some place where you get a very positive feeling, or sometimes you may get a very negative feeling or a stress feeling. So what's the overall temperature? What's the overall, I suppose, signal that a team's giving off? And again, it's a good one to check in. Number 4 is, again, checking in around the common sense of priorities. Does everybody know what the focus is? Is everybody working towards the same thing? Are we utilizing our skills, resources to make sure we're all aligned and going in the one way? Number 5 is, again, around a very, very key element, which is around communication. Is there open communication? Do people feel safe? Do people feel empowered to speak up and have honest, grown-up, adult conversations? That always results in a very, very interesting conversation. Number 6 then is around awareness for everyone around the individual and collective strengths and weaknesses. So again, we all have areas we're very, very strong on, and areas that we, areas for improvement. But again, let's focus more on our strengths and how we can make the best use and dovetail our collective strengths to make sure we're getting where we need to be. Number 7 is around embracing differences and diversity. So it's good to have differences and diversity within teams. It stops groupthink, that everyone on the same idea path. It's good to have different ideas, and the sum of those ideas and the debate and that conversation will result in something far more comprehensive and far better suited to a team's needs. And finally, there is the willingness to share knowledge and expertise. So again, we all have areas where we're very experienced in, and how willing are we to share that, to upskill each other, to bring our best selves to a team engagement, and to help others to, raise the collective bar, as it were. So this model, it's, again, like all great models, it's simple, but it results in some really, really good conversations. It's not something you'd cover in one session. It's something you might have to do over a number of sessions. But if you really want to get a good feeling for where your team is, if you start these conversations on an individual and or collective basis, you're going to have a far, far more accurate idea of where your team is at the moment. So I hope that helps.